Very good evening to everyone. Welcome to the day 24 session. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to the day 24 session of the data analytics. Very good evening to all people. Very good evening to everyone. Welcome to the day 24 of the data analytics session. Thanks for joining for the class here. So having to keep the message in chat box. Menaka, good evening. Pooja, good evening. Prema, good evening. Ram Mohan, good evening. Ajay Kumar, good evening. Sheikh Habib, good evening. Manjula, good evening. Fam, good evening. Khan, good evening. Pallavi, good evening. Akhil Stra, good evening. Pallavi, good evening. Suhasni, good evening. Vinmay, good evening. Mohammed, good evening. Fatima, good evening. Any doubts? Try to keep the message in chat box. Bharadra sir, good evening. Haripender, good evening. Fatima, good evening. Good evening, sir. Bharadra sir. Yeah, very good evening to all. Welcome to the day 24 session. Hope everything will be clear. Let us start the session for today. Having any doubts, you can keep the message in chat box. Then we will discuss later. So now coming to the today's session, we'll start with the basic requirements. Then we will go through with that. So once again, thanks to all people. Thanks for joining for the class of the Master Data Analytics. So this will be about today we are at the day 24. So in these particular masterclass of the data analytics, we are just at a 24. So in this particular 24, I told you already, yesterday we have discussed about the theoretical part. As per the 1% requirement, we have shown the basic, if you are taking the data set basic data and how it will be work. We have seen some practical session at yesterday at the end of the time. But we haven't seen that with the particular data type, right? Data set, right? Like what you are taking, everything, how you are taking the CSV file and how you are working like that, we didn't see, right? So today we can see that particular requirement here. So that is only today we just want to go through with the requirement of the practical session with the descriptive statistics and correlation method hypothesis testing. Okay, so these requirements we have to focus on. Just only for 5 minutes we will see the theoretical part, then we'll start directly with the practical part setup. So as per the yesterday's discussion, hope you understand everything, right? So here in these key statistical methods for the analysis, first today we are just want to go through with the descriptive statistics we have to discuss with the practical session. What is the meaning of the descriptive? Means mean, median, mode, some calculations you can do with some particular application data. It's not like a normal data, so we have to take some particular data as per the applications wise. So that's why you have to take this a descriptive method for the purpose of the descriptive based requirements you have to take. So that purpose you are taking. And coming to the next one will be probability distribution. What is the meaning of the probability distribution? You already seen the probability distribution based on your particular data set. There may be normal or binomial or Poisson or any other type of the multi binomial, any type of models you can take in a probability distribution as per your particular requirement. And coming to the next one, hypothesis testing. We have to do the testing process in a different ways. We have done yesterday, and today we'll see the particular requirements, t-testing, square testing and ANOVA testing, something like that. So coming to the next one, correlation regression. So here you can observe the correlation is nothing but like this. Linear regression is nothing but based on the linear statement. So it will show the output as like a yes or no conditions. And coming to the next one will be time series based. It may be like based on the trends, seasonality, forecasting, like that, right? So coming to the next step will be about the sampling estimation. So we have to go through the sampling estimation like this. This is the target population and this is the sampling process, and you have to do the estimation based on the calculations. And now coming to the next step will be about the classification and clustering. So I told you already, classification is nothing but, so based on the labels it can classify automatically, it will show the results. That maybe you can use supervised learning, unsupervised learning, any type of the models, whatever you need in a machine learning. And coming to the clustering is nothing but it's fully about the unsupervised learning only. Just based on the features, size, shape, color, it can do the clustering. Okay, so these are the requirement, and finally we have to see about the data visualization part, and that may be possible with some particular requirements with the plotting process along with the Power BI. Both we have to do. So these are the steps what we have to follow. So first we are telling about the requirement. Again I am showing to you. So first we have to discuss about the descriptive method, then later probability distribution, hypothesis testing, correlation. We are skipping time series actually. This also we are just skipping because we don't have in that particular area. So classification and clustering. These are the main 4 parts. So that we have to discuss here. So that purpose we have to task our particular application. So that purpose what you want to do means now the probability distribution, everything what we have seen, that we have to go through with the practical session here. So that purpose what you want to do means just go to here and go to here some particular any type of the ID, just go and type here Kaggle website. So you have to take particularly one data, right? So you want to do the probability distribution, or you want to do what is it, a linear regression, or the clustering part, whatever you are having the statistical methods if you want to do means definitely you have to take the data set. So yesterday we taken the data set as like a samples wise, A is equal to some array format of the data we have taken, but in real world we can't take like that. Definitely we have to take the data set something like this. So here I am just typing as like a loan approval based. Today I am taking the data set will be loan approval based. So just go to the loan approval, then here you can see the downloading option. I taken actually the load train sanction, so loan sanction for the training.csv file. I just download it. Okay, so after downloading you just keep in some particular folder. So in a videos I kept that particular video what I am having exactly. Here you can see loan sanction, test and train data set. Okay, anything you can take and you can focus on it, that is not a matter. So here we have taken loan sanction test.csv file, something like that. Okay, so now whatever you want to do means first you have to start with the coding part setup. So if you want to start the coding part setup, the same process, you have to load the input data, then later you have to take the pre-process by using of the data cleaning, then later you have to do with the probability distribution. Okay, so like sorry, not a probability distribution, a descriptive statistics you have to do. So what you have seen the statistical methods, don't get confused with that. What you have seen the statistical methods before 2 minutes, that you have to go through the practical method. Okay, so that purpose what I am doing means the simple process. First I am taking it as a probability method. Okay, so not a probability, sorry. So first I am taking about the first method. Based on the first method, second method, like that we can take. So as per the discussion, the first method will be about descriptive statistics. Okay, so now you have to take the descriptive statistics based concept. So that purpose if you want to start means you have to follow some particular requirements. So what is the particular requirements? If you already understand the particular steps, then it will be easy for you to gather the particular details whatever you want to do. So now what I want to do means this name you just take and come to here. You can start with your particular requirement. Okay, so now what you want to do means, now I am just taking about the particular requirement, this descriptive statistics. About the certification man will update you, just wait please some time. They'll keep the message, you'll get the message back, no need to worry about the Fatima. So first about we have to discuss about the practical session with the descriptive statistics. So what is the meaning of the descriptive statistic means? We have to go through with this particular requirement and everything, that is only we have to do here. The first step will be what? Everywhere you have to install the libraries. So here for the installation of the library, you have to take install library will be about mode estimation. Okay, so you have to take mode estimation, this library you have to install. So that purpose here I am taking install dot packages. In that particular area I want to take mode estimation. Okay, this is the only one library whatever I need for this requirement of for the purpose of the requirement of this what is it the model calculations. Okay, so means what you're having the descriptive calculations, that purpose. So now I'm telling the practical session coding part, just please try to note down if it possible. So after installing, what you want to do, you have to import the library, right? So that purpose I'm just keeping here as a importing. So directly I will write up the code library. So which library you have taken, that library you have to load here. So what is your particular library? Mode estimation. So that you have imported. So after importing, what you want to do, next step, you have to take the variable. In that particular variable, you have to read your CSV file. Where you are having the CSV file. So installation loading of library completed, then I have to read my CSV file. Just go to the location of this and here select the file location, and exactly here you are having the copy as path. Just copy as the path and come to the coding part setup, and here you can paste. If you are pasting like that, then you will get the left slashes. Just please try to convert into the right slashes like this. Okay, so after completion of the particular requirement, so data set loading will be completed. Then later what you want to do means, if you want to do any inspect requirements, you can do. Means like you can take a str of some particular data. Okay, so you can take like summary of your particular data. So like that you can take. And after completion, what you want to do means, now you have to go through with the next step. So what is the next step means, I want to install libraries. I have installed and I should load the libraries I loaded. Then later I take my data set, that is about loan sanction test CSV file. Then later I given the some particular details whatever I need. So now what I want to do, the next step will be about the calculation part. Okay, so what is the calculation part exactly? What you want to follow the calculations means, that is only descriptive calculations I have to follow. So if I want to follow the descriptive calculations, then what I want to do? So what I want to do means directly I'm taking to here from this. So here I'm having the descriptive calculations. So that is about first numerical calculations I'm doing. Okay, so here you can see for the descriptive method, in that descriptive method you are having the first step. If you want to start the descriptive method statistics, first you have to separate the numericals and categorical of variables. That's why what I'm doing means numeric variables. I'm taking one particular variable name as numeric vars is equal to s applied data comma is numeric. What is the meaning of the is numeric? Whether it is numeric or not, whatever you are having your particular data of the CSV file, from that you are having any numerical values, then it will apply and that will stored into new variable name as a numeric vars. Next, if it is not equal to the numeric, then the remaining every content will be stored with the particular keyword name as a categorical vars. Like that it's storing. Now you can see from that whatever you having the numeric data from your original data, entire numeric data will be there in a num data. So next, categorical data, what you are having exactly in that entire categorical data will be there in a cat variable. So this is about means what means, just you are separating the numerical values into one variable and remaining values into the another variable. Just you are dividing your data into two parts, numerical data and categorical data. Like that you have separated from your particular CSV file what you have taken. After completion, what you want to do means, now you have to go through with the descriptive part. So in this descriptive part, so here you are having some descriptive part status. So what is the descriptive part status means, now I will explain you that descriptive part status. So installation completed, importing completed, and later you convert, you divided entire data into numeric values and as well as the categorical values. Now in our next step what we are doing means, descriptive method purpose, whatever you need you are following. Okay, here I given as some particular just heading, numerical variables, descriptive, statistical calculations, like that. Here I given for column in names of num data is nothing but what means, what you are having the numerical data, no? We separated into two parts, right, entire CSV file. So in that whatever you are having the numerical data, that you are taking into the loop condition. So whatever you are having exactly that numerical values from your data set, for that you are taking the loop condition. Because of the numerical values, first you are taking the entire numerical values into some particular column data, something like that. Now what you are doing, the entire numerical values purpose, first you are doing the mean calculations. What you are doing, cat is nothing but you already knows, like it can combine something like that. At the basics of the R programming we have listened. Next, the same numerical values, you are doing the median calculations here. Okay, the same numerical values you are doing into the mode calculations. The same calculations you are going through with the standard deviation calculations. The same what you are having the numerical data, that you are just going through with the calculations of this particular, what is that, minimum calculations, like that you are doing. So that much of importance will be there if you are doing these particular requirements. So this is the process what you have to follow exactly. I think what here you can understand what is that exactly this particular area. Okay, so now you can understand these are the calculations whatever you need. So now what I want to do means, I just want to take this entire information. Okay, I am just taking this entire information. Now I can go to the RStudio. Okay, now I can go into the RStudio. There I can upload this code and I can see that. Okay, so here downside I am just cleaning the all data, and in a file I am just going to the option here with the R script. So this R script I am saving in a desktop file. I don't need a desktop, pictures will be the free. Here I want to save loan underscore descriptive calculations. Am I correct? Yes, right? Then now I have pasted the all requirements. Now what you want to do, first you have to take this particular requirement. So what is that particular requirement means, first you have to take this particular details. So you have to load the data and you have to display the details. Okay, so now you can see the data will be loaded and it's showing some particular requirement what you are having exactly. Okay, so after completion what you want to do, you have loaded the data set and you have seen some particular calculations. Now what you want to do, you want to separate that numerical values and another values into categorical variable. That is only you got separated here. See, so the separation will be completed in a downside of the console. Then later what you want to do, you want to go through with the calculations of each and everything. Okay, so now you can see all calculations, mean, median, mode, everything you have done. So now I am just clicking, and based on that you can see the all requirements. Okay, here three values came, median, and after that it's not coming because MFE is not taking like that. So that's why it's showing like that. Okay, no need to worry about it. Just whatever you need the requirement of the calculations, like that you can proceed. Okay, so then you can go through with the all requirements, and based on that it can try to show the calculations whatever you need. So whatever you need the calculations, you can show the calculations here. Could not find the function of MFE. Okay, actually the mode calculations are not accepting directly here, so no need to worry about it. Okay, so you can go through with the entire calculations here. You can see, so the mode may be based on the data set that values are not available. Okay, so then definitely it will show like that. Now you can see, so I have completed with the what I want to go through with the all calculations with the descriptive calculations. I have completed. I just loaded my data set first. Okay, I have loaded my libraries, then later I loaded my CSV file. After completion what I did, so I did the separation of my entire CSV file into a numerical values and as well as the categorical values. Ma'am, you didn't show any type of data set, and how you are saying whether it having the numerical values or not means you just open the CSV file. Now here you can see you're having the numerical values and remaining, see here you are having the text, and here you are having the numerical values. Okay, so here you are having the numerical values, right? So whatever you having the numerical values, that will be into single variable, and remaining without numerical values, so except numerical values is storing into the another variable. So like that we have taken here. Okay, so like that we have done, and based on that separating, after that you have done some mathematical calculation for the descriptive calculations. This is the first step what you want to do. This is what exactly, so the calculations of everything for the purpose of the descriptive calculations. You have seen mean, median and standard deviation, as well as minimum calculations. Even max also you can take. These are the descriptive static calculations for my data set of the loan approval. Okay, so this is about the first calculations, and coming to the next calculations will be what? So what I want to take the next calculations. So here I am taking the next calculation for the purpose of the these requirement for the purpose of the probability distribution purpose. So for the probability distribution purpose, what you want to do means, first you have to take the, so I'll remove the all requirements just to see, then later we can get it. First you have to import the libraries, whatever you need the libraries, ggplot and plus we have to import it. Then later what you want to do means, you have to load the CSV file, what you are having the loan sanction.csv file into the coding pad. After loading, what you want to do, select the numerical values, same as like how you divided previously numerical values and as well as the categorical values, like that you have to do. So numerical values you are converting into the numerical data. I am not taking about the categorical data here. So okay, then later what I am doing means, I am starting now here probability distributions. So in that particular probability distributions I have taken like this. So what I am doing exactly here, you can see. Previously for the descriptive calculations, how I taken in a same manner, here also I am doing the same thing. You can see for calculations, colon in names, num data. Okay, so means whatever you having the numerical data in a same manner. Previously for the descriptive statics, how you have taken in a same manner, you are taking the loop condition, but in that loop condition having any unwanted data will be there, just you are removing the missing values. That syntax we already know, sir, na.omit, right? So to which values you are checking the unwanted values, missing values you are removing means, only for the numerical data we have selected here, because for the text purpose we can't take the distributions, right? So that's why I have selected only the numerical values from my loan data CSV file, and in that I'm just checking any unwanted data will be there. If it is there, then I can remove by using of na.omit, and you know the syntax already. So then later what I am doing means here, so now I am starting with the graphical representation. In a histogram plotting I am showing the representation for the purpose of histogram and density of some particular data set. So in a same manner, first I am taking, so this is about just only normal visualizations. Okay, so I taken the data set, I loaded, later I have done divided into only numerical data. For that I have done the loop condition. Later I did one histogram process. First now I have to start with the distributions. What is the first distribution? First nominal distribution, right? So that first normal distribution you have taken, that is only we have given. So fit distribution, and this is about the first normal distribution. Next, for that purpose what you are having exactly that curve, you are taking some calculations. So optionally you can take another type of Poisson based and overlay normal curve based distributions, like that. So these are the distribution calculations whatever you want to take. So these data I am taking, and I am coming to here with the new script part here. So here I am taking this one, and this one I will save with loan underscore probability distribution, right? So that is only right. So that I have given here, I am just loading to here. So here you can see, if you want to take this one and you can see the all calculations, you can click on the run button, then downside you can see the all calculations. But before that you have to install these particular libraries. I think ggplot already completed, but I think this library is not completed. We can do the installation. So this is about the second coding part. So what is the second coding part? Probability distribution. Okay, so like that you have to complete it, and like that you can do the all calculations whatever you need. Okay, so this is the process whatever you want to take. After completion of that particular process step, then you have to go through with the next application. What is the next application means? So we have to complete so descriptive completed and probability completed, and hypothesis testing we have to go. So in this hypothesis testing you can see what you are doing. So here in this hypothesis testing we are just going through with the part of this, and here you can see install packages of DPLYR only we are loading, and first you are just loading into the CSV file here. This is about what? Hypothesis testing. So hypothesis testing means what? Tease test and square test, some know what text test, this type of testing process I want to do, right? First that purpose what I am doing means I am reading my CSV file, I am just storing into the data variable. Okay, after that what I am doing, so I am just starting my process. What is that? Square test I am starting. That is nothing but categorical content what you are having for that only. That purpose here I just go through with the loan status based, and for the loan status I have taken the these particular square test. The square test will be between gender versus loan status. Okay, so means what are we having the loan status along with the gender, I want to create this particular requirement. This is the first test in a hypothesis testing. Oh, so what is the next testing? So coming to the next testing will be about the T testing. So T testing is nothing but numerical versus categorical testing we have to do. So that is also we are just going through the calculations and we are doing. And after completion, ANOVA testing. So in that what we are doing means more than 2 groups of content you are having means then you can use the ANOVA testing. And even you can go through with the correlation testing. That is nothing but only for the numeric. Like that you can do the all loan calculation testing everything here. Okay, so that is the possibility what you are having. So now what I want to do means I want to clear it. Now I will take this particular requirement. I can come to here the coding part and I will go to the file option. I can click on the new file. I can go to the R script. So here you are having the file of the coding part. Now I want to save this one as loan underscore so hypothesis. So direct name we can give, otherwise we'll get the confusion, right? So hypothesis testing we have to give. I'm giving like this. So like this you have to go. So now what I want to do means I just want to go through with the step-by-step process. Okay, first I am doing the running process, then later I am just going through with the loading of the data set. Okay, path will be different, no, that's why it's not loading. Just wait a minute, I want to change the path of the file. Okay, so I can come to here. That's why the path of the file also very important if you are taking the particular requirement of this. Okay, so then you can take the requirement and you can run the program process. So here the file will be readed here. Okay, so then after that what you want to do, so first you have to go through with the square test. Okay, so I am selecting the square test and based on that I can run the program. You can see the square test calculations came. So what are the square test means? Based on the square test will be based on the gender versus what is that? Loan status. Gender versus loan status, we have to take the square test calculations. That is only we have done here. You can see the square test calculations will be this, and x squared is equal to 0.68599 and df is equal to 2 and p value will be about 0.7096, something like that. So like that it has done with the calculations of the what is it, gender versus loan status of square test calculations. Why you want to use this square test means given here very clearly I have given categorical purpose. So actually you still now you are seeing normal calculations everything, right? So in a previous last 2 codings also what we have done, we have separated the entire data set with the 2 parts. The first part will be about what is it, numerical data, and second part will be about the categorical, means except the numerical data. So here what I am doing, so in a square test I am taking only except numerical test, not numerical data, except numerical test, that is about gender and as well as the loan status. For that I am doing some testing part requirements. So that is only you have seen the calculations already. Now after that I want to go through with the T testing, means numerical values versus categorical values, entire numerical values versus entire categorical values I am just taking. So based on that it's taking the calculations. Okay, so maybe value error formula loan amount of that. Okay, calculations are not accepting, and we can check with that. Applicant income, so whether I'm having the variable or not, I have to check. Okay, so now you can see, so it's showing the all calculations very clearly. Test applicant income education means here I am taking numerical versus categorical calculations for the test applicant uh, uh, education based. So based on that, it's showing some calculations. Mean in a group of graduate, mean in a group not a graduate, so it's nothing but it just taking based on the education based numerical versus categorical calculations. So we are showing the representation for the what is it, applicant income based, that should be based on the education. Like that you have to take some particular calculations whatever you need. So next one will be maybe this variable is not available, that's why it's showing like that. Okay, so yeah, the variable is not available, that's why it's showing like that. It's not a matter you want to take like that, it's not a problem, then we can take it off. So here you can see the calculations of education based coming, the variable will be available with us. So coming to the next one will be ANOVA based. Okay, so here we are taking the calculations more than 2 groups. What you are having the data more than 2 groups you are taking, here you can see. So it's showing some particular results for that. So here it's showing a loan amount across the property area. So means you are taking here 2 or more attributes for the calculations for the testing purpose here. That is about ANOVA. ANOVA is nothing but like 2 or more calculation testing you want to do, means you have to follow that. So that purpose what you are doing means here we are taking some particular requirements. What is that? Property area, residual based. That is based on the property area, how the loan amount will be there. So like that you are just taking some particular calculations here. So that is the process. Even in a same manner you can go for the what is that, correlation calculations also. So the values calculations it's showing, you have to go exactly with that particular values. You can see here it's showing about the calculations. Sometimes warning errors will come, that is not a problem. Just take the particular calculations what you're taking. Because why the warning errors will come means upgradation need for the libraries means it will come. Just please go through ahead. So this is about the hypothesis testing. In hypothesis testing, what we are doing, loading the data, then dividing the data into 2 parts, numerical and categorical. Then later we have done with the first square testing, that is only for the categorical. Next numerical testing we have done for the education attribute in a CSV file, and later we have done with the what is it, calculations, numerical versus categorical calculations and ANOVA calculations, and as well as only for the numerical calculations also we have done. These are the calculations how what you can do for the testing part of the hypothesis. So coming to the next step will be, after hypothesis, then we have to go through with the loan correlation process. Okay, so if you want to go through with the loan correlation exactly, so all requirements should be possible here. Okay, so in this just I will explain you the requirement. Actually as per the project based, so real time use cases based we have to use this one. So that's why I will explain you the concept, then we will see the requirements if it is coming means. Okay, so now you can see first you have to here we have to say with the correlation and regression. Correlation is nothing but what, the comparison in x-axis and y-axis. Regression is nothing but future predictions it can do, right? So that purpose here you can see first you are doing the installation of the libraries, correlation plot, and later you are taking the CSV file, and for that CSV file what you are doing, the numerical values you are converting into some particular variable, categorical values you are converting into the another variable. Why you want to segregate like this means, for example, if you want to focus on the data set, so the data set either should be with the numerical values and decimal values, otherwise with the string values, means the text values. So both combination is not possible for the prediction. That purpose we are just separating into numerical values, and as well as remaining thing will be about the categorical values. So here I have done in a same manner here also about the numerical values. After taking the numerical values, what I am doing, correlation matrix format I am following here. So what I am following means cat of n correlation of matrix I am taking here, correlation based matrix I am taking here, I have to go through with that. Okay, so that purpose I have to follow. This is about the correlation based matrix. And coming to the next one, visualize the correlation matrix means the correlation matrix you have to visualize. That purpose I am just taking core plot like that. Because of these calculations and all, you can see the correlation. So don't get worried why this much of lines coding will be there. So as per the concept, try to understand it, because most of the lines will be there for all those things. So now you can see cat is nothing but you already knows, just for the string concatenation purpose we can use. So correlation matrix, I'm taking one variable, in that whatever having the numerical data I'm giving to the correlation mapping, then it's converting into the correlation part. That is the correlation, and that you have to see as like a correlation plotting, then you can use the core plot library. Okay, so this is about correlation plotting. But the correlation plot is completed, then what about the regression? Then you have to start with the regression, right? So that's why here you are having the simple linear regression. What it can do means, the simple linear regression, so it's taking modal simple is equal to, so loan amount, applicant income, both are taking into the modal simple. So later is going through with some particular calculations. Okay, so then whatever you have done the calculations, that calculations you are calling to here to do the plotting of the graphical representation. It is about a single linear regression. The small amount of data you can take and you can do the single linear regression. But if you want to take for the much more real-time applications, then you have to take multiple linear regression. There you have to take all the data sets what you are having exactly. So that's why I'm saying correlation is nothing but the comparison, x-axis and y-axis, and coming to the regression part is nothing but the prediction analysis for the future purpose that you have to do. So now what I want to do means, so these coding part setup, I will go to the coding part, and here I can take the file. Okay, yeah, here you can see already completed the calculations here. Everything is completed the calculations for this particular purpose of the hypothesis. Okay, right? So now I'm just removing the output data. Again, I'm going to the file option. Now I'm saying the file with the R script option. So here I'm pasting the content. Now I want to save with the loan underscore correlation and regression part. Okay, so I have taken like this. Now what I want to do, I have to start with the particular requirements. So now we can check whether the variable, library is there or not. So then later we can go through with the remaining requirements. Library is not there like that it's showing, but we'll see like what it will happen like that. So then later, first I have loaded my data set and I can see the correlation process, whether it will be work or not, and based on that I can check with that. Okay, so correlation calculations coming, but the graphical representation is not coming because installation of correlation matrix is not completed. So later we will see that again. Now I can see about the linear regression calculations. So I'm just going through with the linear regression. Simple linear regression means a small data from the entire CSV file, you have to take only 2-3 attributes. That purpose you are doing the calculations. You can see, so you got the simple linear calculations here. What is the meaning of the simple linear calculations and as well as multiple linear calculations means, in a CSV file you can see so many type of attributes will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So right, so 13 attributes of the columns will be there, 13 columns will be there. From that you are taking 1 or 2 something like little bit content you are taking, means that is about the simple linear regression you are doing with the comparison, less amount of the attributes you are doing. So multiple linear regression is nothing but most number of attributes you are taking for the multiple linear regression calculations. You can see based on that it's showing. So here it's taking predicted versus actual loan amount. This is about the loan amount purpose only, but we are taking like predicted versus actual amount. This is about actual loan amount. So what you are seeing in x-axis 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, this is the actual loan amount. But this will be what in a y-axis predicted loan amount. Means what before training this is the data, but after training this is the loan amount. Before training amount will be there and after training will be loan amount will be there. What is the before and after means? For example, you are having some particular data. Okay, I given you one subject. That subject content I knows, I given to you. Okay, you studied that content. Now if I am asking the question, you are saying the answer 100% accurately, I will give you a 10 marks. Otherwise, no, you are not giving the entire answer. Maybe partially, approximately you are giving. I am giving it as like a 8 marks. Maybe 50-50 chances you are giving the content means I will give a 5 marks. What is the meaning of that? So I given the training to you. You trained, but based on your performance, I am giving to you accuracy, right? So here I know already the actual information, what I'm having with me I know already, but how much you trained I should know. That purpose I'm asking you a question. So like that here also, so what is the actual amount it has already in the particular CSV file, but after training with this particular linear regression, what you're getting the output, that will be the predicted loan amount like this. So that you are taking for the multiple linear regression and as well as the single linear regression. And even the calculations of the correlation mapping also completed. So now coming to the final option. So that is about what? Classification and clustering. So classification and clustering purpose, so many requirements you need. So I will show you the entire application of the coding part here. So this application we will see for the classes, for the classification and clustering. So here you can see. So for the classification and clustering means what? A classification means now itself you have to classify whether it having the disease or not, like something like that. But clustering is nothing but I don't know the labels. I just want to segregate based on the size, shape, color. That's it. So classification means what? I'm having the bunch of the fruits. I can separate based on that names, apple, banana, orange, something like that. I can classify it. That is about the classification. Clustering is nothing but what? I don't know the names of the fruits. I can take that fruits and I can segregate. I can divide. I can do the segment based on the size, shape, color, something like that. Okay, green color. These are the green colors and this shape will be the same. I can keep it in some place. And this is the red color and this will be the shape like this. Then I can take that fruits and I can keep into another location. So means what? You are segregating based on the size, shape, color, means based on the features you are dividing. So that is only the clustering. That purpose you are loading the some particular libraries, and after loading what you are doing first, you have to read the CSV file. After that loading of the CSV file, first I am taking classification report of supervised learning. So that purpose what I am taking means I want to find out the loan status. So here the loan approval is nothing but what? I want to take some particular input details. Based on that I should say whether the person is getting the what is that? It's not blurring here. I am showing very clearly, Nani Lucky. Just please go through with that your network connection. Okay. So I didn't change anything. Just normally I am showing. Please go through with that. Okay. That is only you can check with that properly. Okay, so here I already opened in a notepad because in a programming parts of the software you can't see, that's why I'm showing here. So you can't say it's like a blurring, that may be about your network connection. Please check with that. Okay, so here you can see I'm just going through with that. If loan status in names of the data is nothing but what? So I want to get whether the person is having the what is that, getting this loan or not, I should say. How to say? Based on the input attributes. What are the input attributes? Here you can see based on this one. Okay, so here you can see loan ID based, gender, married or not, dependency, education, self-employed or application based, co-applicant income and loan amount, and something like that based on your credit history. Based on this particular details, I should say whether the person is getting the loan or not. How I can say? If the all are very high, then he will get the loan. Okay, otherwise if the credit score is very less and he don't have any type of requirement in a what is that, exactly you want to go through with the very downside content, means what you want to do means simply you have to do one thing. So then they won't get the any type of the loan. Okay, so the loan get cancelled, like that it will show. That purpose what you want to do means here you are just doing the classification. For what purpose? Loan status purpose. That is only I want to do the classification for the prediction of the loan status, whether the person is getting the loan or not. That purpose first what I am doing means I am taking the entire data of the CSV file, that I am dividing into train data and test data. Okay, what I am doing? My CSV file I am converting into train data and test data. The parts I dividing. Then later after dividing, first I am giving that train data into the decision tree algorithm. What it can do means is it can do the classification and it can try to give the output to you. So then later you are just going through the plotting of the tree and predictions and confusion matrix. In a same manner how you completed for the decision tree, in a same manner for the Navi Bayes also, this is another ML model. Based on that model you are doing same. training of your data set, prediction of your data set. Confusion matrix means before training and after training, entire comparison you can see there. Like that we have completed the classification. So here the classification of the loan, whether the person is getting the loan or not, that purpose, here we apply two algorithms, decision tree and as well as Navibase. Then we have completed the entire training process and we did the prediction and confusion matrix output comparison. After completion, I am just going through with the clustering part. Okay, so clustering is nothing but it can divide K-means cluster or FCM fuzzy C means something like that, right? So that purpose you have to take. Here I am taking. So here I am just converting into numerical values and as well as the categorical values, something like that. Then I have applied K-means clustering here. So then I can see the visualizations and as well as I can see the calculations. That's all for the classification and as well as the clustering part. So this is the requirement if you want to see the practical solution. So each and every step in a statistical methods of the programming, then each and every step it should be like this. So these entire requirement we have completed with the R, and later you can see the all requirements tomorrow, day after tomorrow with the Power BI combinations. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.